Greetings from Arizona, our 48th state, admitted to the Union on February 14, 1912. It has 6.1 million residents, making it the 16th most populous state. Arizona is hot. In fact, Yuma, Arizona is one of the hottest cities in the nation. Its all-time high, 124 degrees in 1995. Despite the heat, Arizona is also a place where the ski industry thrives. Yearly snowfall in some areas averages nearly 250 inches.
I call Arizona a land of anomalies and tamales. We've got birds that run faster than they fly and flowers that only bloom at night, and we often have the hottest and the coldest national temperatures here on the same day.
In 1966, Dolan Ellis became the first official state balladeer in America. His original songs reflect Arizona's influence on the nation.
A little itty-bitty USA, and the whole song goes, well, in Tombstone I had breakfast and I thought I was in Texas. Grasslands and cattle all the way. On the Mogollon Rim, lovely lakes to fish and swim. Why, it seemed like Minnesota all the day. God bless Arizona, a little itty-bitty USA.
During the winter months, the scenic desert and warmer climate attract Arizona's unofficial state symbol, the snowbird.
People tend to make fun of the snowbirds, but they're an important part of the economy, and they are interesting folks in their own right.
Year-round golf appeals to both snowbirds and locals. The state has more than 330 courses, an average of 22 for each of its 15 counties. Arizona is also home to one of the 7 wonders of the natural world, visited by 5 million people annually. The Grand Canyon is indeed grand, a full 15 miles across at its widest point.
The Grand Canyon is something that defines Arizona. It is nature's grandest architectural masterpiece. There's no doubt about that. I don't even take a camera when I go up there because I can't catch it on camera. You just gotta be there.
On a much smaller scale, you'll find that the Arizona landscape is dotted with tiny towns like Why, Happy Jack, Inspiration, Bumblebee, and Arsenic Tubbs, all named, no doubt, by early settlers with a sense of humor. But perhaps the most notorious of the oddly named Arizona towns is Tombstone.
Old Ed shuffling, shuffling along, leading a mule and singing a song.
It starts with prospector Ed Scheffelin, who is your stereotypical lone man in the desert with his pickaxe, and runs into some soldiers who are out scouting. And they said, what are you doing out here on your own? It's very dangerous. And he said, well, I think I'm going to strike it rich. And they said, well,
Ed, all you're gonna find is your own tombstone.
in fact, he didn't perish out there, but he did find a huge silver strike. And as sort of a ironic, tongue-in-cheek joke on the townsfolk, he did name it Tombstone.
Back in the 1880s, Tombstone had more people than Tucson. Filled with saloons and gambling houses, the name resonated with new meaning after the famous gunfight, when Wyatt Earp and his brothers took on the Clantons and McClorys, notorious cattle rustlers.
The Earps had decided that there should be a regulation about checking your guns as you come into town. These Clantons and McClorys had come into town and were still armed. And so the Earps decided with Doc Holliday that they needed to go enforce this regulation.
The showdown came on Wednesday afternoon, October 26, 1881. That much is true. And what isn't true? The shootout did not take place at the OK Corral.
The gunfight was near the OK Corral. It was really on Lot 2, Block 17. I guess that wouldn't look too good on a movie marquee or on the dust jacket of a book either. So I believe it was around the 1920s somebody came up with the term gunfight at OK Corral. And boy, that's heavy-duty stuff.
This Western turf war left an indelible mark on the history of Arizona, not to mention 3 additional tombstones in Tombstone. Arizona's wild frontier is part of its storied past, but the state also has a connection with America's exploration of the final frontier. For the past few years, NASA's Desert Research and Technology Studies, or RATS project, has been testing spacesuit prototypes in the rugged desert near Winslow, Arizona. The location is Meteor Crater, Arizona's other big hole. The crater is 550 feet deep and almost a mile across. Unlike the Grand Canyon, it was created in an instant.
NASA identified this as an impact crater. The meteorite that made the crater weighed several 100,000 tons. In fact, we have a small fragment of that meteorite right inside the museum.
Scientists believe that 50,000 years ago, the meteorite burned through the sky and slammed into the Earth at 27,000 miles per hour. The explosion was greater than 20 million tons of TNT, and it certainly left its mark.
Because of the topographical terrain of the crater is similar to that of the moon's, NASA recognized the crater as the perfect training ground. In fact, the Apollo astronauts trained here before going up to the moon for the first time in 1969.
Decades later, Arizona's meteor crater is again proving a vital training ground for a planned U.S. return trip to the moon by the year 2020.
Just a little itty bitty USA.
Arizona, with one foot in the future and the other in the past, is a true microcosm of America.
Arizona, a little itty bitty USA.
I'm talking about America, sweet America.